Have you ever met someone and felt an instant connection, as if your souls had known each other long before this lifetime? Or perhaps you've walked through a place you've never been, yet it feels so inexplicably familiar, like the echoes of forgotten memories reaching out from beyond time. These strange sensations aren't merely coincidence. Some believe they're glimpses into something deeper, a reminder that the story of our existence might not be confined to a single chapter. Reincarnation, the idea that our soul returns again and again, has captivated human imagination for thousands of years. And today we delve into the subtle signs that might hint your spirit has journeyed through lifetimes before this one. Before we explore the signs, let's take a moment to understand the core of this idea. Reincarnation is not just a spiritual concept, it's a philosophical lens through which life, suffering, and growth are understood. Rooted in the spiritual traditions of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism, and echoed in Plato's writings and certain strands of Kabbalah and Sufism, the concept transcends geography and time. It posits that life is cyclical. Birth is not a beginning, nor is death an end. Instead, they are transitions, points in a greater spiritual continuum, where the soul sheds one form and takes another, always evolving, always learning. This belief suggests that our experiences aren't random. We carry impressions, some call them samskaras, of our past lives into this one. These imprints might shape our instincts, our fears, our talents, or the relationships we form. And while not everyone remembers a past life vividly, certain patterns in your current existence might be echoes of a deeper, older truth. One of the most common and mysterious signs is a profound fear that doesn't seem to trace back to anything in this life. Imagine a person who has never experienced water trauma, yet feels an overwhelming dread near oceans or deep pools. Another might panic in confined spaces without ever having been trapped. Psychologists might call these phobias, but some researchers who study reincarnation suggest these could be residues of how one may have died in a previous incarnation. The soul, even when the mind forgets, may carry forward emotional imprints that show up in ways we don't expect. Another powerful indicator comes through dreams. These aren't your typical abstract or nonsensical dreams. These are vivid, often recurring dreams set in times and places you've never consciously known, but that feel emotionally and visually real. People have reported dreaming in languages they don't speak when awake, or seeing detailed historical scenarios they later found to match real events. Could it be that sleep, where the mind loosens its grip, allows the soul to whisper its past? Likewise, innate knowledge or skill in areas you've never studied can be a curious sign. Maybe you sit at a piano for the first time, and your fingers move as though they've danced across the keys for decades, or you intuitively understand principles of engineering, ancient languages, or philosophies you've never formally encountered. This isn't just natural talent. Some suggest it's remembered mastery, skills carried across lifetimes, waiting to be reawakened. Have you ever been inexplicably drawn to a specific culture, historical period, or geographic place? Perhaps you've felt at home in a country you've never visited or cried at the sight of ancient ruins. Some people feel an undeniable connection to indigenous cultures, medieval times, or even certain wars. These aren't just aesthetic preferences. They may be soul memories. The yearning, the ache of familiarity, the magnetism. It might be your spirit remembering where it once belonged. And what about the people you meet? Sometimes you lock eyes with a stranger and feel as if you've known them for lifetimes. Other times you might feel a strong aversion to someone you've just met. Reincarnation philosophy tells us that souls often travel in groups, reincarnating together in various roles: parent, sibling, lover, rival. This could explain why certain relationships come with an ease or intensity that defies logic. The connection may be ancient, repeated across multiple lifetimes, still unfinished or seeking balance. Physical signs can also be compelling. Birthmarks, chronic pains with no medical explanation, or even phantom sensations could be linked to events from another life. For instance, a person with a strange mark on their back might, in a past life, have died from a wound in that area. Or someone who experiences breathlessness despite no health conditions might be carrying trauma from drowning or suffocation. These theories, while not provable in a laboratory, are widely reported and studied by researchers in fields like transpersonal psychology and parapsychology. Déjà vu, those strange flashes of familiarity in places and moments you swear you've never experienced, might be more than mental misfires. From a reincarnation lens, it could be your soul reacting to familiar patterns. The feeling isn't from this lifetime, it's recognition from another. These moments often carry strong emotion, like a whisper from your own eternal self, reminding you that you've walked a similar path before. Many children exhibit strong signs of past lives, often between the ages of 2 and 5. They might describe places, people, or events with stunning clarity, things they couldn't possibly know. Some children have even named past life families, provided specific historical details, or spoken foreign languages before ever being taught. In some documented cases, these memories have been corroborated with public records or testimonies from families the children claim to have belonged to. While these memories typically fade as children grow older, their presence is a compelling area of study for those who believe in the soul's journey. Lastly, a subtle yet persistent sign, the feeling that you don't quite belong. This isn't mere social awkwardness or existential anxiety. It's a deep, soul-level sense that this time and place aren't entirely yours. You might long for a different era, a simpler life, or feel misplaced in modern society. That dissonance might be your spirit's way of remembering what once was, lifetimes lived in different ages, with different values, and under different skies. Even if you've never had a vivid past life memory, perhaps these signs resonate with something quiet and ancient inside you. Reincarnation is not about denying this life. It's about understanding that your soul is on a much longer journey than the one body you now inhabit. This life, too, is precious and necessary, a chapter in a book far greater than what the eye can see. The question is not merely whether we've lived before, but how we are living now. What patterns are we repeating? What lessons are we still learning? And how can we live more consciously, knowing that our actions may ripple across not just this lifetime, but countless others? As we close this exploration, consider this. Whether reincarnation is a literal truth or a symbolic one, its message is the same. Your life matters. Your growth matters. Every choice, every lesson, every act of compassion, it all contributes to a soul in progress. A soul not bound by time, but guided by it. If you've stayed with us until now, comment below with the phrase, "Soul remembers," to let us know you've embraced the journey. And don't forget to check out the video recommended on your screen. It might be exactly what your spirit needs next. Thank you for being part of this exploration. Stay curious, stay kind, and always listen to what your soul is trying to tell you.